Hi guys, welcome back to another speed build in the Sims 4. I am Kiko Builds, and for today's speed build we are building in Glimmerbrooke. I think that's my first time ever making a speed build video in this world. That is the world that came with the game pack, Realm of Magic. Mind you, I've built some houses, quite a few houses in this world when I was playing just for myself, but that's my first time ever building here for you guys. Yeah, so we're building a tiny home. This is a small home, to be more specific, because we are in a tier 3 category of the tiny houses, which means that we are between 65 and 100 tiles, and to be more precise, we have 85 tiles in this house. And the perks that come with this house is that your sim will feel inspired and will feel fine also all the time in this home, and they will also have the lighten the load perk with this home, which means that all their bills will be cut in half. That's kind of a great perk. That is a perk that actually come with all the tiny home categories. So I just wanted to build something that was small, that was tiny. This is kind of a feel-good build for me. I just wanted to build something just to relax and just to enjoy the process of building and build something that is small, because I really do love and enjoy building tiny homes and small homes. So yeah, and I also wanted to build in Glimmerbrooke, but I really second guessed myself. I mean, when I started building on this slot, I wasn't quite happy with the lighting. I don't know, for some reason I think the lighting feels very dim in this world, and I think that might be the reason why we don't see that many builds. I mean, I personally haven't seen that many builds in Glimmerbrooke, but yeah, the lighting seems very dim in this world, so I don't think I will be posting that many videos from this world. So this is a tiny home. Here you can see I love the skylights in my builds and in my on the roofs in my houses, to have the maximum of sunlight coming in. We have a lot of plants, ivy and climbing plants on the walls. I made this kind of half wraparound porch as well, because I really wanted to have this porch around this house. This is kind of a house that feels like we are in the spring season, because we have a lot of plants. I really enjoy having plants and flowers in my builds. And I also placed afterwards a little a pond in front. I really do love having ponds and a body of water on my builds, because I think a body of water is so beautiful and peaceful on a lot. So yeah, that's what I love to add in my builds. I didn't also, for the landscaping, I went for something that was a little wild, not too wild, but and not too overgrown, but not something, I didn't want to have something tidy. So that's why you can see I placed a lot of this wild weed growing all over the place here that came from the Debug menu. Here you are seeing the pond. I placed some of the natural life in this pond, like the fireflies. I really do love using the fireflies for the night ambience at night. I really do love this. I also placed a sign that came from the debug menu to have a fishing sign, so that your sim can actually fish in this pond. I really do love having this also in my builds, to be able to fish. That is something that your sim can do to enjoy themselves when they are feeling bored, or if they just want to complete an aspiration. I really do love having the real fishing sign here, because Okay, with the pond tool that came out, we have a sign, fishing sign, but for this fishing sign to work, you have to go actually fish or purchase fish to put in this pond to be able to fish them afterwards. I don't like that, so that's why I take the fishing side that came from the world. So yeah, it's a little cheat from the debug menu, but I love it. Here we are inside. I played around a lot also with the platforms in this build. So as you can see, the porch is on a high platform, and also when you enter the house, the living room that you are seeing here right now is on a high platform as well. And I furnished this living room mainly with the tiny living furniture. These are still one of my favorite furniture to build with. Tiny living and also Dream Home Decorator. I really do love the design of this furniture. So needless to say that I went for a more modern look for the inside of this house. I don't really know for the outside what is the architecture style. It's not traditional, that's for sure, but it's not moderny. It's like kind of in the middle for the outside, but for the inside I went with more modern style furniture, with the tiny living furniture and the Dream Home Decorator that you can find in the living room and here in the dining room, and went also with Dream Home Decorator mainly. But mind you, I went back and changed the table for another one because I didn't like the swatch that I used, that we had with the tiny living table, not the tiny living Dream Home Decorator table. So I went back and changed it for another one that looks way more traditional, but I had the swatch of the kind of orangey warm swatch or warm tone of wood. That's what I was going for this house. So as you can see, this house is mainly yellow on the outside, but also inside it's we have a lot of yellow on the walls, but we have some accent walls that are also a warm shade of wood, a brown, warm wood if you could say. And it's I wanted them to match also the flooring. So yeah, I went with this kind of yellow and brown color scheme for the inside of this house. And you can see also the skylight is the effect of the skylight in the living room and the dining room. Here you are seeing me changing the table. So I really do love having a lot of natural light, and that's what I was going for in the dining room with the sunlight coming in. Yeah, here we are in the tiny bedroom. Not much space to have anything on the floor except for the bed, and also in this little nook there I placed a tiny living dresser, and on top of it some modular furniture from Dream Home Decorator. Really, Tiny Living and Dream Home Decorator, they go so well together and they were perfect for this build. Here you are seeing me place this furniture here around the bed because they are actually shelves, so they don't have a footprint on the floor. So your Sims can actually go around the bed without any trouble. Here I placed this little armchair here for them to be able to read because I placed the bookcase as well, and everything has been play tested, so your Sim will be able to go around the bed and access the bed from both sides. Here we are in the backyard. I didn't do anything too elaborate for the backyard. I just wanted to have a little place where a small dining place, outside dining area with a barbecue grill, where they could actually have a nice lunch during the summer, or dinner summer night in the nights of summer, or during the warm days. As usual, I always have this little dining area outside in my builds. Always, I love it. And I placed a lot of, I don't know if I told you at the beginning, I didn't want to have too much of an elaborate or intricate landscaping for this house, so I placed a lot of pine trees at the back, because I didn't want to use the entire lot to actually landscape. So I really wanted it to have kind of a natural look as well, so that's why I went with half of the lot having those pine trees. Here we are at the end of the video. It's not very long. It's just a tiny bathroom here, a tiny 4 tiles bathroom as usual in very tiny houses. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little video, and hope to see you next time for my next video. Bye.